When we were trying to figure out where to go to meet the voters for the midterms in 2018, I had one thing in mind, and that was this idea that the Sun Belt of the United States was going to be the new decisive swing political geographic area of the country. The Sun Belt, from Orange County to Orange County, meaning Orange County, Florida, home to Orlando, to Orange County, California, south of L.A., and everywhere in between.
I joke that if Florida and Ohio had a swing state baby, you'd probably name it Arizona. It's got all of the demographics that a swing state would have. It's got a lot of new residents every 2 years, very similar to Florida, so you could see how it's developing. It's probably the nastiest race Arizonans have dealt with. And while this would be nothing to a Floridian or nothing to somebody in Ohio, this is new for some Arizonans.
I've had a hard time watching the ads on TV and how negative they've been, and I know that comes up every year.
The ads just become so nasty, and it's so hard to keep track of what's legitimate.
In Nevada, it's all about turnout. Will Latino voters show up at the polls? Because if they do, it will completely reorient the election and give Democrats a major advantage.
2 years ago, I became a U.S. citizen. Thank you. So I think it's a time for me to know who's the candidates and where their beliefs.
Did you break up ICE?
I don't know if I break up ICE. That's a federal issue that you have to deal with. That I'm more concerned with keeping families together and not separating kids. I'm a dad. I mean, the thought of having a child ripped out of my arms is something I just can't even imagine.
Florida stands out compared to every other state we visited because every divisive issue is here in the state of Florida. You want to have a divisive conversation about guns? Florida's got it. You want to have a divisive conversation about climate change? Florida's got it. You want to have a divisive conversation about entitlements? Florida's got it. If you could send a message to the next governor, tell him what do you want him to do right now?
Get to work right away. Start putting regulations back on our water. We have got to have rules to protect these waters because they are literally being destroyed.
We get people here from all walks of life, red, blue, young people, old people.
I talked with some customers that I feel like might actually be voting differently.
Yeah,
they were both in here.
Right, yeah. Sure. Yeah, and that's just how it is.
Slowly but surely, people will start to realize that these differences they're not going to make things better.
Do you vote on the gun issue?
I don't think everyone should have a gun. Mm-hmm. But I think you should have a gun, and Second Amendment, protect yourself.
When you look at the new political terrain, the new coalitions that each party is forming, it's going to be the suburbs of these growing Sunbelt cities where the battles are going to be fought. And that's especially true in Texas, where there are a couple of targets for the House and that Senate race that will come down to the growing suburbs of cities like Dallas and Houston.
Is this a real race? Do you feel like this is a close race?
It's certainly a real race. Now, I feel good where we are. I think the momentum is with us. I think we're going to win. But it's clear that the far left is really energized. Look, Beto O'Rourke is the #1 Democratic fundraiser in the country. We've got tens of millions of dollars flooding into the state of Texas. You got to treat that seriously.
What does success look like for you if Beto comes up short?
Getting within 5 percentage points and giving Republicans, giving them a run for their money is exactly what we want to do. We want to win overall, but we also want to win the long term. And even if Texas gets within 5 percentage points, we're purple.
Arizona, Nevada, Texas, and Florida. All four are states with Senate races that will frankly decide the majority. If one party wins 3 of the 4, a majority of them, they are likely going to be in the overall majority.
The point is the Sun Belt is the new swing area, and I think 2018 is just the beginning. We're going to be back in the Sun Belt quite a bit in 2020 as well.
Hey NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and then click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.